Back again. Today's is February the 6th, 2020. It's my first video for 2020. Today's Waitangi Day, so it's a public holiday, so no work. And it's Thursday, so I've actually taken Friday off work, so that's really good. So 4-day weekend. Yeah, I haven't wanted to do a video for a while because of my voice and how it makes me feel. So recording it doesn't usually help. But at the same time, I have decided to do these videos for me, so I know what I've had to deal with and I can reflect on things and that sort of stuff. To go, oh, look how far I've come. Or look how far I've got to go, I should say. Anyway, over Christmas, we, as a family, it was really good. We had my sister and my sister and her mother-in-law come up for Christmas dinner, as well as Kieran, my wife's parents. They were here for Christmas, so we had quite a few people, and I think it went really well. No one killed each other, so that's always good. And then as a family, me, Kieran and the kids, we got away a few times just for day trips. Like first of all, we had to take Kieran's parents back up north, up to Whangarei. So took them up on Boxing Day. Did have a plan to go up to Cape Reinga, but that plan didn't really eventuate, so we'll do that one day. Never actually been up there. Would like to get a photo of the lighthouse and stuff like that. That'd be cool. But we went to Whangamata. Then while we were at Whangamata, went to Tauranga and went and visited Kieran's brother over there. So that was really cool. She doesn't get to see him often. He's got a little orchard out there, so that's pretty cool. What else we do? Went down to Hamilton a couple times. Went down to the Hamilton Model Engineers, which is miniature trains, miniature railway. Which, as a family, we've been members there since we were little kids. And I believe my dad was a member well before any of us were born. So that was cool, going down and there's obviously a lot of new faces because I haven't been there for quite a while, and no one recognised me. I didn't go out there to go, hello, how are you? But it did feel quite good just being one of the people in the crowd. Just went down there, bought some tickets for the trains, went for some rides, yeah, that was really cool. What else did we do? Oh yeah, we went to Hamilton Gardens. Went for a walk around there. It's a nice place. I also went to Hamilton Zoo. That's really cool. I remember going there many years ago when I was a kid, and it was called Hilldale Zoo back then. And I got bitten by a horse on my arm. The horse crunched onto my arm and bit me. So that's my memory of the zoo when I was young. What else have we done? Yeah, working. Been at work. I've had a couple of incidents, because I always have incidents at work over my voice. Like I answer the phone and say, Motor Specs Minister speaking, and people go, what? And unfortunately when I repeat my name and say it a number of times, my voice gets deeper or croakier, or depends on how frustrated I get. And that does disappoint me or upset me, quite a bit, obviously. But I had one customer who is quite a rude, arrogant customer. But you have to deal with your customers. And I had a phone call from him, and I was at one end of the building, so I said, I'll give him a ring back in a few minutes when I get back to my desk. So I rang him up, and I won't say who it was, but I will say what I said, and I was quite impressed that I actually said it in such a polite, correct way, I guess. Not telling them to piss off and stuff. But yeah, I rang up and I said, oh, is Thingy there? And they said, oh, who's calling? I said, it's Melissa from Motorspecs. And she said, oh, it's Melissa from Motorspecs. And then he picks up the phone and there's quite a big pause. And he goes, hello, Glenn. And I just go, that wasn't very nice, but I didn't say that, I was just thinking that. And then I just go, okay, what can I do for you? And dealt with what he needed. And then at the end, when I'd sorted out what he needed, I said, oh yeah, for future references, I've transitioned for over a year now. I've legally changed my name well over a year ago, and it doesn't really help when people are rude and arrogant and call me by my old name and stuff like that. So I'd appreciate if you call me by my legal proper name. And he just goes, oh, but I left it at that. And so hopefully he will respect that in future. But I did find that one actually quite affected me quite badly, because the way he did it wasn't a mistake. Like I've said to people many times, I've got no problem with genuine mistakes. I've got no problem with my name, my old name. It was my name for 43 and a half years. So it is part of my history, part of me. But I don't, if my boss makes a mistake at work, like I'm sitting in a position, so I'm actually behind him, a couple of desks behind him, and if he hears my voice and then he goes, oh Glenn, can you do this? And he's really apologetic and stuff like that. But that's a genuine mistake. Like in his mind, he's known me for a long, long, long time, and he hears Glenn's voice, and he's it's just a subconscious thing, I guess. But he is apologetic. He does say he hopes that he's doing okay, and I do, and I really appreciate his support and stuff. But I've genuine mistakes, I don't have an issue with. It might upset me a little bit when it happens, but it's not that they've done it on purpose. But when people go along and do it on purpose, that's really not nice. It's not nice. Because they have no idea what I've had to go through to get to where I am, and just like me, I don't know what they've gone through in their life. So hopefully people are respectful of people's decision. As I said before, I didn't wake up one day and go, oh, I want to be a girl for the rest of my life. It's something I've struggled with since my earliest memories, and apparently even before my earliest memories, because there's a lot of stuff I don't remember. But anyway, that's that. What else? I think I might have done the video since I last saw the voice surgeon. So every time I see him, it seems to be bad news and it gets worse. But I've been referred to the stomach doctors to have a look at my stomach. And he wants them to do a 24-hour pH test, I think it's called, where they put something down my throat and measures the pH levels and acid levels or whatever over a 24-hour period. And then they will look at hopefully fixing my stomach, or if it doesn't need fixing, I don't know, we'll cross that bridge. And then after I've seen them, I go back to the voice surgeon and hopefully make a plan from there. I don't know what's happening. I obviously hope that I will be able to have my voice surgery done here in New Zealand or wherever. If it's wherever, as soon as I get the go ahead, I'll be booking the tickets for the earliest appointment. If it's here in New Zealand, it'll be great, because I won't be away from family. Because I do struggle with things when I'm not with Kieran and the kids. Their support, especially Kieran's support, has been been very amazing, and I wouldn't be where I am today without it. What else? Obviously, I've talked about this before, but co-masonry, which is the Eastern Order of co-Freemasonry or whatever, I can't remember the exact word title is. I have filed to join them, filed the paperwork, and they voted on me in December. So I'm looking at joining, I guess, March or April, May, something like that, whenever it fits into their calendar. So that would be pretty cool. There is a lot of stuff in Freemasonry which I really, really enjoyed. Learning the ritual, the connection with people. Have lost a lot of connection with people over the last year, and I have struggled with that. I know everyone goes through different changes in their life, moving away from things if they have a hobby and then they move away from that hobby or whatever it might be. But I found it quite hard where you have a large number of people saying nice things about you, and then a couple of months later there's a large number of people saying not nice things about you. I know that I still have a lot of friends that are part of Freemasonry. I don't see them a lot. I saw one couple last weekend, a couple of weeks ago, which was really cool. It was nice to see them. Because they're nice people. The kids started school again a couple of days ago, which is good. My daughter Christine, she's year 10, Aaron's year 11. So it's going to be another fun, interesting year. What else? I still have struggles, I guess, with being trans. For so long you deny it, you don't want to accept it, you don't want to be one of those strange people, but I have met some very nice trans people, but there are times where I still struggle a little bit with it. Why do I have to do this? Why? There was no other option. It was this or yeah. Yeah. It's just I'm getting to a point where when I'm out in public, people don't stare at me so much. Like as when I first transitioned, my confidence level obviously was pretty crap. I was nervous as hell. I didn't really enjoy it. But I'm starting to go out there and where I'm not noticed as much. People don't stare at me as much, or I don't know. At the same time, I don't notice them staring as much. Because before it was like everyone was staring at you. Like wherever you go, it was like people were staring, and it's like stop looking at me. But I'm starting to fit in. I think. I hope, or maybe I'm just not noticing it. It's a lot better not being stared at. My anxiety levels and stuff when people stared at me would be through the roof, and sometimes, especially right at the beginning, would be out somewhere at a shopping mall or something where there's heaps of people, and it'd be like, I don't want to be here, especially if I had to go and use a public toilet or something. It was quite scary. There have been some ladies in the past, you shouldn't be in here, and all this sort of stuff, and but basically when I go to the toilets, I find an empty toilet, go there and get out as quickly as I can. But yeah, I am feeling a lot more confident. I am, as I said with the customer, I seem to be standing up for myself a bit more again. I've always been a person that's not the most confident person in the world, probably for a number of reasons, but I've never been one of those people that just go out there and being outgoing and stuff like that. I just did whatever I needed to get by. But standing up for myself a bit better. Not being, not ashamed of being trans, I guess, but I am, as I said, I still struggle with it a bit. I still don't call myself a woman, or female or anything. I don't know what I am just at this stage. I have been on hormones now for, what, be 16 months now. And they were going to put me on, I was meant to see my counsellor the other day, or I did see the counsellor the other day, but we were meant to do this questionnaire thing to go on the waiting list for a reassignment surgery. And I know it's changed, the name's changed, but it still means the same thing to me. But unfortunately, I've been having a bit of a bad day, and I opened my mouth about stuff, and we didn't end up getting that. So that gets done, I think it's next month, when I've got my next appointment. So that's going to be cool. Probably, to be honest, it won't happen. The reassignment surgery won't happen on the public waiting list, because it's like 100-year waiting list or something, 50 years, I don't know. It's a long waiting list. And privately probably won't happen, because I can't really justify spending that sort of money on that when kids need school stuff, or we need food, or even the money that I've got sitting there for the surgery for my voice, if I don't know, it could be used for other things. So it is a I'm not sure the right word, spending money on myself or spending money on the family, and the family's more important. But saying that, I don't know, struggled with things, wanted for this stuff to happen a long time ago, but getting there, slowly. Even looking at the photos of me before transitioning and stuff like that, I'm relatively happy of the changes. Obviously, I'd hope for more, faster. I hope for different feelings as well. Like, I get quite emotional. I cry at things all the time. About what, it's just intensified, that stuff. I don't know, I thought there'd be something else that'd make me feel different, but I still feel the same, but maybe that's, I don't know, maybe that's how it is. Anyway, that's my video. I don't actually know what I've talked about. I know I should take notes and go, I should talk about this, but I didn't really know what to talk about. Nothing much has really changed since the last one. Yeah, things are good. Outside of work, I'm quite happy with how things are going. At work, I'm struggling with my voice mainly because I'm on the phones, and I've wanted to change for quite a long time, and now I need to get off the phones, because I don't know how much longer I can deal with it, because basically I have a bad day at work, and it's bad. it's there have been days where I've left work and I've never wanted to return and never wanted to continue, but I know I have to. I'm still alive, so I have to go to work. But yeah, it's quite scary how you know, in life things are going pretty good, but at work things happen, and it scares me how bad I feel, how quickly things go downhill again, where I thought I'd got past that stuff. But anyway, it's my job at the moment. I have been looking for other jobs. There's quite a few criteria to get another job. Obviously my income, I need to maintain the income level I'm on. I want to not be on the phones. I do like talking to people, and people I know. It's not as much of an issue. You know, I like talking to people, having conversations and stuff like that. But at the same time, I still do feel like stabbing myself in the throat. But that's counterproductive. But I don't really want to go back to a workshop. I had actually thought seriously of detransitioning, going back to being Glenn, and going back to a workshop for a while until I saved up more money, because I would get paid more. But saying that, and talking to my counsellors and stuff like that, it wouldn't have been a very positive outcome probably, considering when I did start transitioning from when I started seeing the counsellors and doctors and stuff. It was still 6 months before I transitioned socially, but I didn't know what would happen, but it did get to a point where I wanted to transition tomorrow. Like, I wanted to end things now and go tomorrow. That didn't happen because I'd made an agreement with work that I'd transition socially at work on the 1st of July last year. So it would be a clean start, so we could tell customers and stuff like that, because if I transitioned, like say if I was Glenn one day and Melissa the next day, it would have been confusing. Or if I'd Glenn one day, Melissa one day, then Glenn the other day, and you know, that would have been a bit strange. So I made a agreement. You know, I after we made that agreement, because I still had no idea, because I hadn't gone out as Melissa before. Even when I'd made that agreement, I think might have gone out once or twice actually by that time. But then once I started going out, I was Melissa outside of work pretty much all the time, and Glenn at work, and that really I struggled with that a lot. It's really, I know some transgender people can do it for years and are quite comfortable with it, but me, it was killing me pretty fast. I didn't know who I was anymore, because you do when you're somebody for 40 odd years, no matter how the feelings are in your head and stuff like that, but you become a person, you are a person, you know, and when you transition, or when I've transitioned, why do I do that? Why do I need to be like that? Why, you know, what can I can change pretty much everything, and I want to change pretty much everything apart from my family. I want to change the majority of things in my life. I want to change how I dress, obviously, how I look, things I do. I love riding motorbikes. I really want to have another motorbike, but financially not going to happen at the moment. So yeah, I like motorbikes. I don't like working on cars. I never really have. It was a hobby when I was a teenager. working on my Mini when I was at school. You know, I have an engineering ability, mentality, I guess you call it. But there's a lot of other things I like making, I like doing. I have made clothes and stuff like that, like doing sewing and stuff like that. I'm not very good at it, but it's quite enjoyable. I like it. The clothes I made never really worked out, but but it was quite cool just doing different stuff. I do like, you know, one thing I have noticed since transitioning and been on hormones and stuff, my sense of smell has changed. I used to hate, like really hate, like food courts. I still don't really like food courts, and also walking into places like Farmers. When you walk through the perfume part, there's so many different smells. It used to absolutely drive me nuts, and I didn't really enjoy it. But now I'm starting to like it, and starting to notice the different smells, and it's not just like a conglomerate, horrendous amount of different smells all at once. It's I can smell the differences, so that's pretty cool. Like flowers and stuff, you know, smelling them. Yeah, like ages and ages ago, Kieran actually bought me some flowers, and that was really cool. I might have talked about it on one of my other videos, but that was really cool. I really liked that. That was nice. No one's ever done that before me before. And so I sort of understand why girls like getting flowers. Like I never used to like buying flowers because they die, and it seemed to me like a waste of money. But now it's quite nice. It's really nice. Just things I want to change everything about me. I want to be a different person. I'm still the same person. I still will pretty much do anything for anybody. There's some people I won't do anything for anymore, because I'm quite disappointed how they have dealt with me when I transitioned. You know, where I have done things for them in the past, but things change. But you know, like if someone asked me nicely to do something, I'd do it. My ability to help people move physically, like move houses, has probably diminished a fair bit, because my physical strength, I have noticed a lot, has changed. So picking up a couch and fridge and stuff like that, not so good at that anymore. But yeah, anyway, I'm going to hear Aaron having an argument with Kieran at the moment, so I better go. But things have been good. You know, it's the decision to transition was the best decision I could ever make. I know it's been hard on people, and I do apologise for putting stress on people's lives that I never intended to. So I am truly sorry about that, but I had stress in my life for 40 odd years, and I had to get rid of it. But yeah, transitioning has been good. You know, there's been stressful, it's been hard. Some aspects have been very enjoyable, some aspects hasn't, but overall it's been, it's what I had to do. So hopefully hopefully things are going to be good this year. 2020 is another year. I'm feeling a bit more confident in myself. So hopefully I can move forward at a faster rate. Anyway, thank you for watching my video. If anyone has ever watched it, but thank you for watching it. And I'll see you next time. Thanks, bye.